Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. I'm playing Age of Wonders Planetfall again. So if you watched the previous set of videos I did about this game, I did say I'd probably come back to it. I hadn't quite intended to come back to it so quickly, but I was playing it off the video channel, and I just decided I wanted to kind of get a better grip of the whole way it's set up, because I thought some of the things I couldn't quite understand in the way it's set up. I think I mentioned that quite a few times. It doesn't really explain what some of these things are, and once I kind of put my mind to it a bit more and played it a bit more, I kind of got the gist of it all. So this is going to be a kind of a video little series in two parts. So in this video, which will be probably reasonably short, I'm not going to do any actual gameplay. I'm just going to go through the things I kind of discovered about the way it's set up and how to set up, and then I'll go on to play a bit more later. So what I've established now is this part where it says My Galactic Empire, and that's the important part, which I hadn't quite grasped. Like I said, I'm not the sharpest person probably, but like I said many times in other videos, if I can get it at some point, anyone can. So what that is basically you can start a new empire. You can see there is my empire, the thing on the right where you've got it's like a flag or a shield, that's your symbol. Yavanna is not the name of my empire, it's the name of my leader. And that's how that works. So you can start a new empire, you can edit your empire, you can change the colour of your flag and the symbol. There's a whole load of different symbols, colours, symbols, there's the symbols, there's absolutely loads of them. So you can change those if you want. You can change the name of your empire if you wish. It's just the name of my leader because it is. You can create a new empire. You can load a previous one, I don't have one, or you can delete the one you have. Now, once you have set up an empire, then you're allowed to have 3 planets that you're engaged with at the same time, and these are the 3 I'm engaged with at the moment. You can see I've got different they're the main leader I've picked. I'll come to explain that in a moment. They're the person I've picked to lead the campaign on that planet, and I'll explain what that is in a minute. And you can only have 3 planets you're conquering or trying to conquer at the same time. Now, if you try and do another one, which will be the 4th one, it will tell you have too many. As you can see, there are too many active planets, which means you can't start a 4th one unless either you delete one of the planets you already do, which is there, delete planet. And the reason you would delete a planet, and it's really basically quite obvious, it's because you've decided the campaign's gone horribly wrong there, which happens, and there's no way you can win, or you whatever the cause is. It may be the aliens not what you expected, they may have got much too strong for you, you may have made mistakes in the way you've tackled it, but whatever the reason is, you've it's impossible, and then you would delete the planet and just start another planet, and there's no loss to doing that. You don't lose anything by deciding to delete a planet halfway through. So that's how that works. And also, next part, along the top you can see it says star map. Now what that is each time you start a new planet, you get 3 options. I've only got the 3 planets already, so it's just giving me those 3. But if I said new planet, and I've only got 2 for example, it would give me 3 possibles. There's the 3 I have, and if this was a new planet and I was looking to start a new planet or the first planet, it gives you 3 options, and it tells you a bit about them, these slight different difficulties, different conditions, maybe different victory conditions, whatever. What's there, you know, what it might be a lot of alien nests you have to clear for a bonus or something. Next thing at the top is Hall of Heroes. Now this is a thing that I didn't understand until I did a bit more playing and thinking about it and exploring the systems. So what you can do is you can make your own leaders. I know they're called heroes, but as I said in the other thing, I like them being called leaders because heroes just doesn't sound right. Anyway, so they're your leaders, your heroes, whatever. And you can name them, or they'll give you a name, you can pick and customize them. And how you would do that, and you can see you can make a lot. So at the bottom it says recruit, and you can recruit a new person. And how that works is you get the standard list of who they already have as a leader, hero. You can pick anybody. Let's pick that one, and that's Amazon, so we'll pick this person. And then if you wanted to, you just press at the bottom, it says customize. You press customize, and then you can change the race of them. You can change anything about them to whatever race. Let's just say we'll go with that. Go on the top with the L button, L1, R1 to change the different options. So that's the race, you can change that. Secret technology, I've not played all these, but there are different technologies which are self-explanatory in what it says, kind of. So you've got Xenoplague, the Celestian. Heritor is one you won't get originally. I've bought a DLC, which I think I mentioned I might do in the last video series, called Revelations, and you get that in that, but you won't get that with the original content. Then there's Promethean, Sonumbra, I think I've said that right, I don't know, and Synthesis and Void Tech, and they all offer different things. I can't say to you this is the one you would want, because they're all different, and I think I've not played this Heritor one yet. I've played all the others, and they all offer different things, and it depends on which race you're playing, because you might have known if you've played this before, if you've watched the videos I made before, that Amazon are kind of, they have biotech weapons. So the Xenoplague might be useful if you're Amazon. If we go back, if you're the Assembly, which are kind of they're like the Borg in Star Trek almost. They're kind of human robot mixes. Then you might want this Void Tech one, for example, which is a more robotic kind of technology, or you might want Synthesis. So it will also match up possibly with what race you pick. It doesn't have to. And also they all match up with, and that's the thing in every RPG or any game, it's dependent on your play style, especially with a game like this where there's different races and different secret technologies and things. It's going to be how you play. If you want to play in a kind of, you want to have lots of flying things, that's one thing. You want to have lots of distant weapons or tanks or poison or mind weapons, or they're all different. So, and you can make an assembly race person, you can give them Xenoplague tech, you can mix them up. So it all depends, and of course I've not done all these, I've not mixed all the combinations, and I've not played all the combinations at all, so I can't say, even if I could, I wouldn't say this is the best one. I could only say this is the one I like best. And I think the one I found I like best so far is playing the Assembly with Void Tech. Because that kind of works, and it doesn't mean it works for everybody, and there might be other combinations I like better, but that's the combination I kind of liked at the moment. I like how the Assembly ones look. Actually, let me just change, because we've done Amazon in my original videos, let's just show you the Assembly and show you how they look. So that's Assembly, then you go to this next screen and it's Secret Technology Perks. It will tell you, like, pick Veteran, but it's recommended, it says there, recommended, and there's another one where it's, I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, data repository, which is, you get 2 random texts to start with. I'm assuming as you unlock things you get more of these options to start with, and as you can see perk points are 0, so we can't really pick any others anyway, so whatever. We can move it, but we can't get a different one. So I'm assuming as you progress through this and unlock different things, because it's another one of those games where you unlock things on more and more playthroughs, and the more times you expand your empire. So that's that. Appearance is obviously what it is, so there's our person. You can pick the gender, that's how they look. You can pick how they stand and the background they stand on. There you go, that's quite cool. You can pick I'll just go, there's quite a lot of backgrounds. They're all nice, depending on what you want to do. This one reminds me a bit of Stellaris, but anyway, this background thing. But anyway, there you go, you've got a lot of backgrounds. You might want one that contrasts your character, or one that kind of complements it, I don't know. Posture is what it is, it's like how they stand. Generally, the one that you start with is the best one, because these ones look a bit kind of, I don't know, maybe if you're playing some kind of psyche race, it might be good to stand looking thoughtful, but I don't think it suits the bald looking one. But anyway, then you can change your head shape to something really scary looking, or to kind of more, that looks more normal. You've got, as you can look normal as a bald, you've got skin texture, which is to make it actually kind of look more worn. You've got a whole lot of those, but we'll keep that one. Skin decoration is again scars and things like this, where you would have that, which we won't do, but you can. Eyes, I mean, you can change the colour of the eyes. You can't see it amazingly, especially in game, but you can see the eyes are getting yellower and a bit twinklier, and eyebrows you can change, but again, that's not amazingly obvious. Hairstyle, yes. You can make them look really cool, these assembly ones. Like, there you go, we've got a good look there. Kind of cool look, I like that. Draw you can change, and what that means is not your actual draw, it gives you these weird things which you may like or you may not. You can experiment and put whatever you want on. Hair colour is obviously what it is. You can pick what you want. We'll go for a kind of greeny colour, that looks cool. Torso is, again, you change like the way the middle of your person is. You can make them look almost human, very kind of human almost, and all those different robes, or you can make them look kind of out there. I think I did one like that. That one doesn't look like you'd have much fun eating. So let's do one like that. Then you've got legs, and you can change the leg setup again, make it whatever you want. That one's got kind of like Long John Silver leg, if you know what that is from Treasure Island, but you've got different options. We'll just go with that one. Head item, and you've got, again, different things. There's no point wearing a hood because you've got nice hair. You got this weird crown thing. It looks kind of cool on some of them. I did it on one, I can't remember which one it was, but one of the people I created, but I think we'll just go with none because I like our hair the way it is. Accessory is different things, and they're quite cool if you want. Again, it's all very bald, like you've got the eye thing and the things, spikes coming out of things, and that's quite, I was going to say attractive, but yeah, we can go with that. We'll go with that. Cape you can change if you want. You can have different ones. Skin colour, yeah, you can change that. You can make them a bit more, make her a bit blue actually, because she's got bluey greeny hair, and that's that. And so that would be her. And then the final one is, well, you'll guess that, it says finalise, and it will give you a name selection and a symbol. When you use a symbol, even if you've got an empire, you don't have to use the same symbol for each one of your leaders. You can make a different one. I've been using kind of like a subsidiary one because it comes out well in the game. So I've been using one that looks, and I remember it now because I've used it so often now, one that looks like this. Because when you've got that, you've seen the map, or you will see the map, that colour, when you've got borders of your empire, that comes out really strikingly, that black and red. But you can use any colour, and even if your original empire's got one colour, each leader can have the same or different ones or whatever. So that's that. And there's a summary, it tells you secret technology. You can name the person if you want. This one's called, we'll just spell that better actually. This one, well, no, we won't, we'll just leave it like that. This one's called Lara. I think I've usually named our thing. We'll just spin it. So, okay, so you get names. They'll give you real names, like Borg type names, whatever. Yeah, that's a good name. So Kana Lister, that sounds like a good name. I tend to, I don't know, that's just me, but you know, you might want to give them any kind of name, like number names. I've been giving my people humanly kind of names because it's easier to remember than L21X and things like that, but whatever. And that's done, and you press done, and then it will save it. And then in our list of heroes and commanders, we've got one more person, and you can make up to, you can see, we've got 8 of 50. So what that means then is when you start go back to that screen, when you start in your empire, say we delete, I won't delete one of these because I've been doing these for many turns, but if you started a new planet, or when you do, or if you delete a planet, you've got a new space, or when you start at the beginning, the person you pick from this, it will ask you which leader you want to do the mission, and you can pick any of these you want. And there's that one I used, that interesting little headset thing for, that crown. But yeah, you can use any one you want, and you can pick, just which tech you want. Like you see, I've given them all kind of slightly different things. They're all a bit the same because I like Vanguard and I like Syndicate and I like Assembly. But yeah, I've got an Amazon one. So you can use whichever one you want, and that will be your lead, and that's the picture you get from there. That's who I've picked originally. And then when you go to the planet and start your mission, as opposed to where you're doing a random mission like I was doing in the beginning when I was doing my original videos, and you get given the standard heroes or leaders that the game's made, what will happen is you'll be offered the ones you've made. So you can still refuse them, just like in the random ones, but you'll get offered all of these. Now, if you refuse, I think you usually get 4 or 5. You never get less than 4, and you usually get 5, but sometimes it'll be 4 depending on different circumstances. So if you were to refuse like a lot of these, and you get past the amount you've created, it will then offer you the game's fallback ones, the random ones they've got in the store that you start with. But you will get offered your own leaders, which is quite nice. And so again, if you can make as many as you want. You can't pick which ones it'll be offering, but you can refuse them and wait till the one you want comes along. And so you can pick, like you can make, I would suggest you don't make huge amounts, because you will never get the ones you really want. So what you kind of want to do is have, like, that one's a sniper, and that one's got a vehicle, actually she's got a horse or a elephant thing she rides or something. She's an Amazon. And then you've got that one, I can't remember what she's got, but she's got a hover, airborne vehicle, and that one's got a void tech thing. So what you'll want to do is kind of have a little list with different main weapons and things like that, and techs. And so if you go on a mission and you want a sniper, you'll know, that's a sniper, I'll say I'll accept that one. And I want someone with a close-up blast gun, that's her. Or I want someone with a flying vehicle, that's that one. So you've got a nice spread of different weapons. So if you've got, like, say you had 30 created heroes, you'll never have 30 different kinds of weapons to start with. So you'll just be going through and through, and you might get offered all the snipers for the first 10, and so you'll have to pick snipers, because you can't keep refusing heroes. So if you see what I mean, it's not really beneficial to have a huge amount. Maybe later, and I've not played this through a huge amount to get past the original 3 planets, so maybe later it might be beneficial, but I certainly don't recommend you make up a massive list, because then you'll never get around to the ones you really want. Anyway, so that's how that works. And then, like I said, you can drop into any of these planets. It's a bit, in this sense, like Watch Dogs Legion has that, where you have 3 saves. It's not quite the same, they're not your empires, but it has 3 saves, and you're playing 3 saves continuously if you want. And this is similar. You've got, in essence, 3 saved planets, although they're in your empire, and you can pick any one to go back to at any time. So I could go to there now, spend 10 minutes just doing something in that planet that I remember, and then go there or there. And so you can pick any one you want. You can see that one I've got 131 turns, that one 81, and that one is 108. So I've played quite a bit. None of them have become lost causes yet, or there was one earlier I deleted. So that's how that kind of works. If you go back to the original menu and it says New Campaign, it will offer you the option there to start with Age of Wonders. Revelations is a DLC I bought, and if you go back you can see these other DLCs. I've not read up on all these DLCs, but I would do what I normally do with DLCs and play them in the order they were released. So I think Revelations came first, then it was Invasion, then Star King. So I would just do them in that order, unless you've got any specific reason why you don't want to. and I would read up on them, because as we know, in some games DLCs can be problematic, not by the nature of buggy, but I mean they can add things you don't want. Like if you don't, I don't know what invasions is, I've not read up on it, but if you don't want to be invaded during your missions, and especially if you're a beginner, you don't want to have whatever they are invading you while you're trying to conquer a planet, so you might not want to get these, or at least activate them straight away. But they're certainly worth looking at, and I've been looking at all of them at some point if I played this a very long time. Now, the other thing I don't know, and I've not checked, but I'm assuming that how this works, it makes sense, I'm sure this is right, is when you actually, the other way you can get a new planet is when you actually conquer a planet, and that increases your empire, because your conquer planet, I guess you get points to add to all the other parts of this, and then you will have a space there when you've conquered a planet, if you do, to start a new planet, and that's how your empire works. So progression, and you can see you get all these, a lot of this is about building up over time your empire, and you can see there's loads of different tech things you get when you've built up different bonuses from different factions. I've got none anywhere, so I'm a long way off, and you get other bonuses where you can unlock things where you progress further in the game. So there's a lot of things based on what they're hoping you do, and what you'll kind of want to do is you're going to build your empire, which is that you're going to conquer a planet, and you're going to then conquer another planet, and then you'll have different planets, and the more planets you get, the more bonuses you'll have, and the more bits and pieces you'll gain. And then I'm assuming that when you start with a new leader, you'll have that screen where you can add new bonuses at the beginning, and you'll actually have more things you can add. I don't think it will necessarily benefit you to create new empires, because that's just going to be confusing. If your empire with 3 planets, it's like 3 saves, if your empire with 3 planets is going so badly that you can't continue with it, I would just delete one of the planets. I can't see the point, and you can just pick a new hero or make a new leader hero, so I can't see the point to starting a new empire, because it's just going to be a bit overwhelming. And I always find with games, once I leave a thing like a long-term save, an empire, I won't come back to it anyway. So if you're going to leave it, then just start a whole new one and get rid of this, and you might as well just delete all the planets and start this one again. But you can change all the things about it anyway, so I don't see the reason you do that. If you want to just start a random game, you can do that as well, or you can continue with what you're doing. These multiplayer online, I don't do it. So that's kind of how the thing works. So it's kind of geared to conquering planets in your empire. I would suggest that you don't waste, is the only word I can think of, waste a huge amount of time. You won't lose in the game if you do. It won't give you a minus score, for example, for quitting a planet. But you won't benefit if you're throwing yourself against a brick wall in a planet where you can see that you've played it wrong, your strategy's been wrong, you're the wrong tech, the wrong race, and some other civilization is going to win and they're whooping you. I don't see why you would want to keep doing it, because this game is kind of all about having the option to start again and progressing. So there's no point in just flogging yourself against a no-win situation. If you realise you really can't win, then I would just delete the planet and start a new one. But you can waste, you've seen I've got 160 something, 130 something. You can waste a lot of time in just running around a planet to the point where you can't proceed. I've done a few times when I started a new planet, and I just didn't like the layout. I think one was on lots of islands, and the island I was on was very small, and I just thought this is just going to be annoying, so I just deleted it and just started a new one straight away. So you can do that as well. If you start a new planet and don't like how it looks, you can just delete it and go for another one. So there's lots of options. There they all are, and like I said, this video is just to show you the setup, which would be hard, not hard, but to do it in the game, I'd have to come out of the game and do it anyway. So I thought, let me do one video on the setup, which I've now done, and then in the next video, what I'm going to do, I was going to continue playing from where I left off, but I think now, because I've added my own leaders, and I've got the new DLC, which I might use actually. I may just start a whole new playthrough just to show you. I'll see. I may do a few on the old game. I've still got it somewhere. So there's all my. There it is. That's the one we were using in the. So I'll probably do. I might do a couple in that, and just see how it goes, and then either during this video series or at some later point I'll probably do one when I do one with the DLC. I'm not sure I'll give it full, but anyway, that is Age of Wonders Planet of Thor, the setup. So like I said, next time I'll be actually playing part of the mission. I'm not quite sure which mission. I'll have to think about it a little bit, but definitely at some point I'll be doing the Revelations DLC as well. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope this video has been a little bit informative. Take care.